Plenty of dead standing. It's the dead standing trees I'm looking for. I'm not cutting anything living. These dead standing are bone dry. Even when it rains or when all the snow begins to melt, the dead standing trees are always still dry. Makes great firewood. There's a good big thick one here. I'd take that thick one down at me if I had my axe with me, but I didn't bring the axe. However, the bigger ones, even though they're dead, a lot of the wildlife rely on these dead ones. All the insects, the woodpeckers like to pick the grubs out of these. Different types of animals like to look in here for food. So I'm going to leave them. Nature can use them. These little ones, not really good to anybody. Little butty ones like this. And look at this little thing here. This little butty thing here. I can take that for firewood. That's great firewood. Bone dry. Nobody else wants it. These bigger ones I'll leave. There's a lot of dead wood here too, but it's not standing. Something like this. Now there's a lot of dry branches here, but it's all wet here. And the thing with the wood that's lying down flat, the rain falls directly onto the wood, soaking the wood, and it takes a long time for the wood to dry. But the dead standing, when it's standing, the rain seems to miss the wood. Or even if it does get wet, it air dries very quickly. So when I'm looking for my firewood, it's always dead standing I look for. What a beautiful place. Some beautiful scenery around here. We're almost up at the tree line here. Not too far ahead of me is the tree line. So we're fairly high up in the mountains. Look how crystal clear the rivers are. Beautiful. I can see more dead standing up here. Actually, there's dead standing everywhere. And just a little bit ahead of us over here, I can see the mountains off over there. The trees are beginning to get smaller over there. Stunted growth as they get higher. You can see the ridge line of the mountains up there. There's some really beautiful old Scots pines around here. Got a bit colder today. Dropped below freezing again last night, so That was actually a good thing. When we got up this morning, things weren't as wet as they were the day before. Easier to keep dry. I'm just going to have a little look over here. I think I can see a birch over there that possibly has some chaga on it, so I'm just going to go over and check. Snow is deep enough here. Just not quite sure if it is chaga or not. Just over here now, I'll have a look. Well, the birch tree is dead, so if the birch tree is dead, the chaga is dead. I see some horse hoof fungus on it, alright. Now, there's a very small piece of chaga up here. I'm going to leave it. The birch tree is dead. I'll give you a look. Up here. Here's the horse hoof fungus. There's some more down in here. More horse hoof fungus, which has its uses, but I don't want any of that now today. There's more horse hoof fungus here and here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of chaga now, but it's not the best. It's gone dead, it's gone a little bit rotten, but up here, up the top, that little black lump is a bit of chaga. Not the healthiest looking, mind you. I'm going to leave it. Here's another birch here behind it, and it's a living birch. I'll have a look at that. Looks a bit small though, this birch tree. Normally you find the chaga on the old birches. Doesn't seem to be any chaga on that. Let's have a look around the other side. No chaga on this. No. No. Okay. I'm going to make my way back to camp. I've been out collecting firewood, and Tanya is back at camp, and she's preparing to cook some haggis for lunch, which is very nice. I particularly like some haggis. Look at that beautiful old pine tree there. Now that's an old, nice old pine. Beautiful old tree. Looks to be fairly sheltered underneath it too. Look at the colouring of the branches as it gets up near the top. That rusty kind of a colour. Some of it nearly looks pink. Beautiful old tree.